What you see in front of you is the economics spiral that represents global productive output. The first level is the purple system. Today, purple is represented by agricultural societies, simple trade and production. That system represents about 3% of total global GDP. The system above that is the red system. Red system today is represented by countries who rely on most of their national wealth through extractive activities. You dig a hole in the ground and you find that you're rich, except that richness arrests you in the red system. OPEC is in that system. Russia, unfortunately, has fallen back to that system. Many countries that rely on extractive activity fall into that system. Many countries in Africa and South America. The next system above that is the blue system. The blue system today is represented by China. Central planning and production. Blue is an essential transitional state for any modern economy, but you can't stay in it forever. Most of the economic slowdown that you're experiencing around the world today is because China is transitioning from blue economics to orange market-based economics. China can no longer maximize production. If it's going to base it on market forces, it cannot produce as much as it did in the past. And therefore, China sneezes and the world goes to the hospital. The system above that is the orange system. The orange system represents the developed first world, Western Europe, United States, and Japan. That system today still claims the lion's share of total global GDP, 55%. Unfortunately, in the US and the UK, that system is identified with financial innovation, which is, as we will see later, is bringing an end to the capitalist system as we know it. The system above that is the green system. Green economics have been in Europe for several decades. They began emerging in the United States just a few decades ago with the advent of the internet. That system represents about 12% of total global GDP. And what we're seeing is the emergence of the yellow system, the second tier. To me, to my framework, that system is represented by two types of identities, or I should say organizations that are forming that system. First are the members of the conscious capitalism movement, and I know my yellow system has gotten a lot of criticism from my European colleagues, but there are reasons on why those companies have been chosen. If you've read my book, you will see the analysis that I've done on why companies like Whole Foods are part of that second-tier system. The other type of organization that is shaping that second-tier system are members of the knowledge economy, Web 2.0. And at the helm of that system is Google. Okay? I know I just upset some people in saying that. Let me tell you why I picked Google. Google is a systemic disruptor. And in the United States, we need Google. Simply because our orange system has gotten so toxic that it is incapable of reforming itself. When things get to be that toxic, you have to disrupt them out of their slumber. And if a cost of that is that they will not make it again, well, that's just fine, because the emerging system has completely different metrics than what the orange system has, and we'll take a look at that the second half of the presentation. So, if you realized in orange, you see all capital in the world as financial capital. If you realized in green, you see all capital in the world as human capital. But if you think from second tier, you begin to see how important societal capital is. Okay? I just wanted to frame global economics in this. I'm sure it is not a perfect image, but this is the closest I can come to framing what global economics looks like through the value systems framework.